Welcome to Redefining Balance for Working Moms podcast, where we believe life balance is possible. Yes, even for you. You might just have to redefine what it looks like for yourself. I'm your host, fellow working mom, and founder of Your Life Rocks, Jenny Stemmerman. Each week, I'll bring you practical, real-life tips to help you focus on the things that matter most in life and be the best version of yourself in every area that God has called you to. Ready to redefine what balance looks like for you and your life? Let's go. Hey there, welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you're here today because this week we are kicking off my favorite time of the year. Yep, Christmas. It is like just right around the corner. And if it's too early to say Christmas because, Thanksgiving and all, then happy holidays. I guess we can focus in on that. And the reason why I'm so excited to talk about this, because it will be over before we know it. I mean, seriously, if you blink, it will be January and Christmas will be behind us. And at Your Life Rocks, we talk a lot about intentional living. And while it's important, I think, to be living intentionally every day in everything that we do, it is critical this time of year. I mean, like I said, the holidays go by so fast. And if we're not intentional, it becomes like a blur and we miss every last little bit of it. Not only is it a key time to create memories with our families and friends, but, and probably the most importantly, it is the time of year to slow down and really worship the coming of our Savior. I've always found the holidays to be a bit of a contradiction. You know what I mean? Like it's a time to slow down and be with the ones that you love and get cozy, yet it's like crammed with all these activities and stress and obligations and things to do. And for years, I thought I was doing it wrong because you see these images of what it's supposed to be like, and yet I was living something completely different. But then once I started putting systems in my life to create more balance, I figured I could do a similar system with the holidays and help me manage all of the things so that I could actually slow down and be present and take in all that the season has to offer. And it has been life-changing for me. I think this is like the 4th year that we've offered the holiday planning system to our listeners. And while it's taken many forms over the years, the core of the system has always stayed the same. It's simple and it works. Trust me, I went back through it earlier this year thinking, okay, I'm going to revamp it. And I was like, well, it's tried and true. And I don't want to make it more complex than it needs to be, because if it's more complex, we're not going to do it. And we need to keep things simple. So it is here to stay. And you can get it totally for free, the Holiday Sanity course and all of the bonus material that goes with it inside the Your Life Rocks app. Or if you prefer to have it on your computer, you can totally do that too. You can go to holidaysanity.com. Once you go there, you'll enter in your email address and I will just email you the link. So you'll have it right there. Now, in this episode, I wanted to kind of like walk through the basic system with you and what you can expect in the free course, as well as share some tips with you to help you set up some structure to keep your focus on Jesus this holiday season. And there's even towards the end some tips that I don't necessarily have in the training, but will help kind of move things along for you, I think, in an easier way. So when you go into the Your Life Rocks app, you're going to want to head over to the courses section, and that's where you're going to find both the weekly success planning course and now the Holiday Sanity course. They're both available there for you for free. You'll also see all of the courses that are available for our Life Balance members, which I'm really excited because we're going to be redoing some of those in the new year, or really releasing them right around the new year, and then adding in some additional leadership courses and things like that next year. So lots of exciting things happening on that front. Now, once you're there and you open up the Holiday Sanity course, you're going to find 2 options. One is for the actual instruction of the course, and the second is for the bonus content. In the bonus content section, you're going to find all of the worksheets I referenced in the training, but I'm going to be honest with you here. You can print them out if that works well for you. But for me, honestly, I just use my notebook. I have a spiral bound notebook that I use for my prayer journal in the morning, or for things like planning like this, or when I'm doing new goals every single 90 days as part of the Life Balance program. I just use my normal notebook. And then that way I have as much room to write in as I need to, or I can kind of just, draw pictures or whatever I need to do to doodle and just get it all out onto paper. Now, if you have a planner that you're using, a calendar, for me, I use the paper Life Balance planner. When I come towards the end of this planning process, then that's when I will get that out and really start planning and putting some dates into place. But those who really like the structure of having the worksheets, then those are there for you too. In the bonus section, you're also going to find links to fun Spotify music playlists and a Pinterest board that I created that has a lot of fun Christmas related things on it. So if you are looking for, some crafts or some recipes or things like that to make it more special, then that is there for you too. Also, like I said, this is like the 4th year that we're doing Holiday Sanity. And in years past, I have done podcast series about all kinds of different things that are holiday related. And so you could always go to our website, yourliferocks.com, and you can search Holiday Sanity and you can find all of those past episodes. Or if you have the Your Life Rocks app, you can go to the podcast section of the app and just search Holiday Sanity, and you can find all of those past episodes there. Now, when you're ready to take this course, I recommend giving yourself about 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, really, you could totally do this during a lunch hour or even spread it out over 1 or 2 nights after the kids go to bed. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go through the exercises to set the intention for your holiday season. I say holiday instead of Christmas because we're really talking about that whole period of time between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And in the training, I'm going to walk you through 4 steps to redefine what the holiday season can mean for you and how to kind of set an intention and a theme for the entire season. Then once your intentions are set, then you're going to start planning. And I want you to think about your actual planning process kind of like a funnel. We're going to start really, really big at first, and then we're slowly going to pare back down, get really detailed into the small things, and make sure it aligns with your intention. Oftentimes we talk about making a brain dump list when we get overwhelmed or we need to calm the chaos around us. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be starting with, making a master list of all of the things, all the events, the traditions, the errands, the chores, the decorations, the meals, whatever else you need to do for the holiday season. And by the way, this is not a one and done kind of thing because you'll do this exercise and then you'll start to think of other things later and you can add those in at any time. And to be honest, every year when I go to do this exercise, I draw a blank when it comes to this, like thinking of all the things. I'm like, I know there's a lot that I'm doing, but I just can't think of it. And if you're like me, I have some 3 little tips to help you kind of get the brain rolling into all of the things. So number 1, I just start thinking about what I need to do first. It's usually decorating, getting the boxes out from the garage, doing all of that kind of stuff. And then when I think about decorating, I think, I should deep clean the house first, all of those kind of things. Number 2 is I make a quick mental trip through the calendar. It stirs up important events and dates and things that might need to be done or added to the list. And number 3, I just start thinking about gift giving. And honestly, this is the biggest thing because it's not just buying gifts, right? It's researching and purchasing and wrapping and sometimes shipping gifts. There's a lot that goes into this one area, but just starting to think about the gifts, it starts me thinking about the parties and it starts me thinking about the meals. And when we're having people over, all of the other things kind of start to come up. Now, once you have your master list, you have everything down on paper, it's time to move to the detailed list. Now, when we move things to the detailed list, this is where reality really happens. It's where buying gifts turn into reviewing the budget, making the gift list, reviewing the gift list with the husband, researching the prices, purchasing online or going to the store to purchase, wrapping them. But wait, first we have to buy the wrapping paper and buy the bows. You get the idea. There's so many little things that go into each of these bigger things. And honestly, this step can get overwhelming if you let it, but don't let it because this is your power move. I'm going to say that again. Breaking things down into the detail to the small tasks is your power move. When you bring all the details into the light of reality, they can't hide in the shadows and torment you and make you feel bad because you're failing at something small like buying gifts or putting up the decorations. Because we might say it and it sounds simple, but it's really not simple. But we fool ourselves into thinking it's simple, and then when we fall behind, we start to feel guilty about it. But if we can realize how big something is, then we can tackle it one step at a time. And that's exactly what this detailed list is all about. So once you have all of the details worked out, and you'll notice in the worksheets how it kind of guides you through that. And again, you can just copy that same exercise into your notebook if you don't want to print out the worksheets. But again, once you have all of those details worked out, then it moves us on to our next step, which is the calendar. When are you doing all of the things? Now, one of the worksheets that is provided in the course is a blank calendar for the holidays. I highly recommend that you use something like that versus your actual calendar when you're doing this step, because you're going to be erasing things a lot, moving things around a lot, and, it just gets messy And I don't know about you, but I don't like it when my calendar gets messy because then every time I look at it, it just gets confusing. But essentially, you're going to be looking at the weeks and saying, okay, what things do we have going on? When am I going to be doing all of this stuff? When do I have time to be decorating or time to be buying gifts? When is the date that things need to be shipped off? When are different things happening at school or different parties or events? So you can kind of see a timeline of when things need to be done and you can plan accordingly. Just plug it all in so that you can kind of see big picture where you're at. And then it is a perfect time to go back to step one, review your intention, review the theme that you set for the season, and look at your calendar that is full with all of the things. Then you have to ask yourself this question: does it align with your intentions? Can you see the theme that you are hoping to have this holiday season in what you have planned? And the last question, is it even possible to do all of the things that you have on that calendar? And if not, what do you need to do so that you can do it all and that it does align with your theme and does align with your intentions? And that might mean deleting things. It might be rearranging things. It might be adding different things that aren't on there. But if that's truly the intention that you want to have set for the holidays, that's what it's going to take to make that a reality. Now, if it does align, awesome. Then that is perfect. Now, once you have aligned everything, so you've edited the list and everything starts to make sense, it feels possible, you get excited about it, then you can start plugging everything into your real calendar or a project management software or a paper planner, whatever works good for you. And yes, I am a total nerd and I use project management software for this kind of stuff. I use Asana and I have a holiday board and I just plug everything in there with the dates it needs to be done. I can delegate things to my husband or to other people, and it aligns with my Google Calendar. And then the new tool that I have been talking about everywhere because I absolutely love it, it fills in as I'm planning my day, everything from Asana and everything from my to-do list. So I can really plan my day and there's nothing that falls through the cracks. It's amazing. And if you want to see this new tool for yourself, I can never pronounce the name of what it is. It's Sunsama, I think. I don't know. But if you go to yourliferocks.com/plan your day, that's yourliferocks.com/plan your day. You can learn all about it. It will change your life. It's certainly changed the productivity of mine. Now, when we are talking about this planning process, it's kind of a solo deal. But before you finalize everything, and really at every point in the process, I encourage you to get others involved. Talk to your husband, talk to your kids, your other family members about what their plans are, what they want for the holiday season, and make sure you're taking that all into account as you're doing this planning. I also encourage you to check out local websites and Facebook events for community things that are going on that you might want to be a part of. Also, check in with your kids' schools to see when the parties are or if there's any other special celebrations that you don't want to miss. And on the same line of that, you might also want to check in with your church or other groups that you're part of for the same thing. And while this planning is important, you can always change stuff. You can always add things, simplify more, and take things away. Now, while you're living this out over the next month, a little over a month, it's important that you keep up with your routines. For our Life Balance members, you may want to change up your morning routine planner inside the app and your weekly success planning tools so that you can really incorporate all of the things that you need to do or want to do for this holiday season. Speaking of these routines, this is a great time to build in some time to focus on Jesus, and I have 7 ideas to help you keep your focus on Him this holiday season. Number 1, get yourself a Christmas devotional. There are a lot of really great ones out there. You can find some free ones online, or you can even just walk through the book of Luke and read 1 chapter every single day. Number 2, you can listen to Christmas music while you work, drive, or just hang out around the house. Again, we have the Spotify list for you in the bonus section of the app. Number 3, do a Bible search of your theme of the season and seek that theme through God, through His Word and what He has to say. Number 4, use your gifts as an act of worship. Number 5, put scripture on your bathroom mirror so you can pray the word while you're getting ready for work or you're getting ready for bed. Number 6, set alarms on your phone to check in, to be sure you're inviting God into every part of your day. And it's also a great reminder to be praying throughout your day. And number 7, make sure you are subscribed to this podcast because every single week, starting next week through Christmas, we are going to be focusing on Jesus and really our walk with Jesus. Every week, I'm going to be interviewing another woman, another working mom, and just hearing her story about what Jesus has done in her life, her sharing her testimony. And you guys, these stories so far, they have been so inspiring, bringing so much hope, and are so relatable. And I know you are going to love them. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you in planning your holiday to keep your sanity. I hope you grab the free resources inside the app. And if you already have the app and you're loving it, it would mean the world to me if you would leave a review in the App Store. If you don't already have the app, it's totally free and available for both Apple and Android. Now, next week, we are kicking off our Walk with Jesus series, and I can't wait to share all of those great stories with you. It's also a great time to be inviting others to come and listen to the podcast as well, so we can all keep our focus on Jesus and really glorify our Lord in this holiday season. Until then, keep building a life that rocks. Bye. Hey, just because the episode's over doesn't mean we have to stop hanging out. Head on over to Instagram and follow me there. You can find me at your.life.rocks. Or if you're more of a Facebook kind of girl, join our community of working Christian moms just like you. You can search Your Life Rocks over on Facebook and connect with us there. And if you're ready to truly create lasting balance and get results in your life, maybe it's time for you to join Life Balance Membership. Download the Your Life Rocks app in iTunes or in Google Play. You can upgrade to the membership right inside the app. And if you're looking for more resources to help you create more balance, head on over to yourliferocks.com.